Have you recently sold a commercial property in Dallas County? Well, if so, you may have received a notice from the Dallas Central Appraisal District. Watch this video to find out what you should do with it and if you have to respond. So if you're watching this video, then you've probably received a notice from the Dallas Central Appraisal District. This is for Dallas County, and they're in charge of assessing all of the property taxes for the area. And if you sold a property, you may receive something called a sales survey. And it's an official looking document. You can kind of see through it here. Involved in a transaction, they send it to the buyer and the seller. Basically what this is it's a phishing attempt from the appraisal district to get free information, something that they don't have access to otherwise, but they're asking you on official looking letters to respond. Now, the purpose of this video is, do you have to respond, or if so, what do you have to say? And really, I'll just start with it. There is no legal obligation. You do not have to. There's no statute. There's no city code. This is purely voluntary. And like most things, if it's voluntary, does it benefit you as my client? And let's go through some of these questions. You have the property description, the address, date of transaction. They're not necessarily going to have the transaction. They will only see the recorded deed. And so they don't have a ton of information about the dates. Here they ask for the sales price. That's going to be huge for them for starting with an imputed value or an assumed value for their tax rolls. Special financing. Again, if there was a low amount of consideration, they want to know if there are future taxes or deferred issues to look for. And this could be for the seller in terms of installment sale, or this could be for the buyer. Other real estate. Wanted to see if there's a trade. I think that's a really common way to get around some of these transactions that increase the value is, well, I'll trade you this parcel plus $100,000. You give me that parcel in exchange, and the sale price is $100,000. Well, that's not really true if there was other real estate involved. And so they can use this information against your buyer, against the seller. They want to see occupancy. They want to see if there are personal property taxes that weren't assessed against tenants in that property. But again, what's your benefit? Why do you need to become an agent of the state without pay, without any compensation or rule of law to do this? So again, personal property, they just want to see if there are arguments to negate or support the transaction price. Again, they want your name, telephone. They don't even know if you're the seller or the buyer. They just send these blatantly, but please understand, we will use this data in the fairest and most responsible manner possible. Well, from their perspective, yes, they're going to use it to jack up the property taxes or look for other taxes or back taxes, and that's something that I think even as a seller, you might say, well, I'm done, Ron, I got rid of the property. Back taxes still go with you. And so again, in conclusion, this is something that I don't think a lot of people understand and don't know if they need to fill it out. But let me know if you have any questions or if you've received a similar document. I have other ones that show you what the forms look like for Collin County, Fort Bend. Everybody has some form of this, and they're all about the same. So if you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe if you like the content. Until next time.